All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. It's time for our watch list. All right, so first and foremost, as you know, we need to get into these charts and then we're going to break off to the private session for our post waivers because we got some homework tonight. We got to put some trades on. All right, so the first chart is XRP Ripple. And as you can see, we have this crash alert here for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Looks like the bottom of the Kumo Cloud resistance has won the day after all. So we're expecting for this market to start to head back down. First line of support is right here, followed by right here. So we'll see what happens over the next 24 hours. Next up is Zcash or ZEC. And we had the crash alert coming into today's trading. And now we have a negative bot check to boot. The bottom of the Kumo cloud is also acting as a strong resistance barrier for this market. So I am anticipating for the price action to start to head back down. And this one too, you're now in a locked in bear market with that bearish trend momentum reading right here. Next, we got silver. So silver still just kind of hanging around, but as you can see, the top of the Kumo cloud is proven to be a little bit much for silver as well. And even though we have a bullish trend momentum reading, we now have a negative bot check, which means that sellers are starting to enter back into the picture. So we'll see how much longer the bullish trend momentum reading can last, but the bottom of the Kumo cloud resistance is proven to be a bit much, and looks like now the market has run its course from the initial rally alert. Looks like that is all the market was able to muster. So we're expecting prices to start heading back down in silver. Next, we have the Dow futures. Dow futures has just been just levitating, not really doing much of anything. Sideways consolidation, but you still have a bearish trend momentum reading. So we'll see if the market's going to reverse and start trending again to the upside, or is it just going to be stuck in the mud here? Very peculiar spot for the Dow. As far as the NASDAQ 100 is concerned, it did give downside production from the crash alert coming into today, but after the NVIDIA announcement, the market is now up in the night session. So has this market to the downside run its course? I'll tell you what I think. I think that the market's setting up for the next leg down. I think this little rally is going to fail because we still have the bearish trend momentum reading, and that even NVIDIA is going to start selling off. If not some point in the middle of the day tomorrow, then probably on Friday. But this pattern has not emerged out of nowhere. I think the market is going to head lower. Okay, so just be prepared for that as we are moving forward. All right, next up we got the gold futures. That bullish algo shift is still in effect, trying to push the prices back up to 2053, which coincides with the Kumo cloud resistance. We'll see if the market can get there, and if it can it break out from there? This is very interesting to see if gold is really catching a bid here with the bullish algo shift in the midst of a bearish trend momentum reading. All that means is the downside has run its course temporarily. You have a temporary low here, support right here, short-term low, and now the market's trying to recuperate some of that back, just like you did back here. All right, you had the bullish algo shift in the midst of the bearish trend momentum reading. Market prices went higher, and then when that ran its course, the bears came back in, reclaimed the price action, and then we did end up coming lower right here. So we'll see what gold can do from here, but it's getting interesting to see what's going to happen here. Next is the S&P 500, like the Dow, kind of like just levitating here. But as long as you have a bearish trend momentum reading, the market's not out of the woods. They're selling off and coming back down here, dropping below 4,800. So just something to be considered. Next is oil. Still has a bearish trend momentum reading. We have crash alerts. We have two negative bot checks. This bear market is still locked in. These prices are heading back down. The only reason why it's been consolidating here is because of the wars and rumors of wars and what's going on in the Middle East. But aside from that, this market's going nowhere but down. The euro is now in free fall status, and we have crossed over to the beginning of a bear market, which means that even though you have the bullish algo shift coming into view now, and the Kumo cloud acting as a resistance barrier, and the fact that the euro is having a lot of problems with the 108 handle, it's a strong possibility that this little technical bounce may be running its course too. Once the bullish algo shift goes away, we'll see what remains, but it's not looking too bullish for the euro right now. All right, next is the pound sterling. And you can see it's consolidating within the Kumo cloud, and you do have that negative bot check. So we know at some point this next down leg is coming, and it should drop below the Kumo cloud and put the pound sterling into free fall status. Next is the Aussie. So the Aussie had a rally alert coming into today. Gave you a little sliver attempt of upside production, but this top of the Kumo cloud right here, I'm sorry, yeah, the bottom of the Kumo cloud right here, it's 65.94. We'll just round it off and say 66. 66 is proven to be a very difficult resistance at this time for your Aussie, but you still got the bullish trend momentum reading. So maybe the market will be able to push through this and continue to move higher. We shall see. Next, we have the Russell. So the Russell now has flipped and become stronger than its counterparts, but we had the crash alert coming into today. We got downside production today, and we have a bearish trend momentum reading. And don't forget, you have this negative bot check here. And so another down leg is coming, and it will drop below this support zone right here of 1948. Will it stop at this old support here in 1923, or is it headed to the bottom of the Kumo cloud at 1868? That is the big question. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with your Russell. Next, the US dollar index. That's the wild card. So you have the bullish trend momentum reading extended, but you got the bearish algo shift adding downward pressure. But the bulls have managed to keep the market above the Kumo cloud support. So we're going to see over the next 24 hours, will the bearish algo shift remain, or will it drop off and the bulls take advantage and control of the market? Because right now, this is a battle for control. You got the bullish trend momentum reading, which means the bulls have the upper hand. But at the moment, the bearish algo shift is the sellers coming in and trying to pick a top and say, nope, you go no further. This is the top. We're selling. Market's going down. So this is a tug of war. We'll see who's going to win this one. Very interesting to see if the US dollar index can power up, which I think it will, and head up to this 108. This 108, I'm sticking to that call, and I think we're going there. I called it way back in here. Way back in here, I was saying 108, 108, 108, and we got real close. So now this time is a second attempt. We'll see what happens, but it's looking really awesome right now. The dollar is going to continue to put pressure on the other currencies, because right now, even though it's in a technical, it was, I should say, in a technical bear market, it is now coming out of that. We are now at the beginning stages, folks, of a new bull market run in the US dollar. All right. Orange bars means bear trend. Blue bars mean bull trend. All right. And this market has been flip-flopping all around the place. It was in a bear market for a minute. Then the bear market rally got deep enough and strong enough to flip the trend from a bear market to a bull market. You continued to get upward lift. Then the bull market gave out, and started correcting. The correction got too deep, put it back in bear market territory. The market officially crossed over into the bear market and gave you downside production. Now you're getting that technical bounce, and then you have that rally here, bear market rally, and it's gotten deep enough to put the market back into the bull market, bull trend. So this market is all over the place. The dollar is all over the place and showing a lot of resilience, not wanting to die, not wanting to drop below par. So this is really interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Someone says, let's see, Kennedy says, possible local bottom on the Hang Seng, sell order restrictions on mainland. Yep, that's not going to go away for a while. I mean, and really, people like to single out China, but the U.S. is the king of it. The U.S. has been doing stuff like that since the early 2000s. So, you know, it's called an interventionist market. And that's what the stock market is. The global stock market is an interventionist entity where the governing bodies will periodically intervene and they will put in restrictions and do whatever they see fit. I don't know if that's going to have any bearing with the U.S. dollar, though, because remember, there's so many factors coming against the U.S. dollar right now. We have the BRICS, saying we don't want to deal in dollars anymore. But at the end of the day, the dollar is still the world's reserve currency. And whenever there's a problem in the other currency pairs, people are going to be flying to the dollar for safety. And that's what you've been seeing. So this is a true battle. You got the euro above par, the dollar's above par, the pound sterling is above par. For those that don't know, par means 100. Same thing with bond terminology. All right, so you got your forex; those three forex pairs trading above par. Everybody can't really be above par now, can they? So we'll see. Someone has to be below par, like the Aussie. The Aussies, in the 60-cent handle, and it's been that way for a minute. So this is going to be interesting. But for right now, you got bullishness in your dollar. So people calling for the death of the dollar and down the dollar. Well, that's going to be hard to do when it's trading above par. Now, if it drops below par, then you guys can, make all the noise you want then. But right now, ain't no alarm bells being sounded. This market is bullish, even with the bearish algo shift alerts that are adding pressure, downward pressure on the dollar at the moment. But the dollar's really not buckling. It's not moving. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. Back here, it put all types of, it made the dollar move heavy, but now it's not really doing much yet. We'll see. Only time will tell. Okay, next we have here Ethereum, new 52-week highs, breaking 3K. So the Ethereum is strong. All right, that market doesn't seem to be wanting to go nowhere. Looking at Bitcoin, on the other hand is a little bit different. You had the crash alert coming into today. Market gave you this a little bit of slithering of downside production. So we'll see what happens. But you got that bearish trend momentum reading now after hitting a fresh 52-week high. Looks like the market could be getting a little toppy. I think we're going to see some more downside production. I think to at least here, I want to say 47K. So I think we got a pullback between 47 and 45K coming. And that's a healthy, nice little pullback to build support for the market to rally. 50K needs to be the zone of support for the next leg up to 70. So very interesting to see what happens here. All right, folks, that's all we got for our chart segment. Now it is time to put on some trades, get some orders done. So we're going to say goodbye to social medias and go private for our post waivers. If you would like to participate, all you have to do is go to postwavetrading.com and you can jump right in there with us because it's about to go down. And on that note, the system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.